What's up, HY? It's your girl Heather, back for another cooking video. And on tonight's menu, guys, I am making tacos. And not just any tacos, they are going to be turkey tacos. I'm going to be using ground turkey in my tacos, and then in my husband's tacos, he's going to get the original ground beef because he does not like to adventure and explore when it comes to his meals. But I'm going to go ahead and try these turkey tacos. I've always had ground beef tacos. I've dipped and dabbed and had fish tacos before in the past, but not really using the turkey ground beef. So I'm going to try it tonight, guys, and see how they turn out. I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to incorporate taking the red meat out of my diet. And hopefully, guys, if this turkey taco turns out good, then this is going to be my new way to make my tacos for myself. And then, like I said, my husband, he will continue to eat the ground beef, but I will be using lean ground beef for his tacos. So, guys, stay tuned. I got everything out right now for my ingredients. As y'all can see, I'm only using 1 pound of ground turkey. I'm using this for my husband. He gets a pound of ground beef. And then for myself, I'll be using this all natural ground turkey for my tacos. And then I'm going to put my, got my Morton's out here to season my meat. You know, I use this all the time for those of you who are not new to my channel. And then I got my El Paso taco seasoning to put on top of the ground beef. And then for mines, I got kosher salt. So I'm just going to be using the taco seasoning as well as the kosher salt to season my ground turkey. So with that being said, guys, for those of you who are tuning in for the very first time to my channel, please hit that like button and the subscribe button and the little bell notification so you'll be notified of more cooking videos when I post them. And those of you who are return viewers, thank you so much for watching and tuning in tonight. And stay tuned while I go ahead and get this started. I'm going to put you guys down here on my counter while I get my ground meat and everything started. I'm going to go ahead and get this in the pan. I'm going to be placing my flame right now on 4 on my first eye. Just want to make sure you guys can get a good angle and see what I'm doing here. I got 2 pans that I'm cooking with, as y'all can see. And on this one, I'm going to place this on 2 because this is the high heat setting on my stove. Well, you know what? I'm going to do 2.5. So I'm going to go get my gloves on, guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop this meat so you guys can see. Now, being as though that ground turkey does not, it doesn't have the fatty juices like it does in ground beef to make that juice. So in order to help out with that, guys, I'm going to be putting some extra virgin olive oil in my pan just to help out this ground turkey. I'm not going to be putting a lot in here, just a little bit, just to coat the pan. All right. Uh-oh. Did not mean to do that. Alright, so that's the ground. And as y'all can see, just enough to coat the pan here. Not putting that much oil in here at all. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get my pan open. Get my meat open. And drop it in the pan here. And get that in here like this. Alright, so that is going to simmer for a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the ground beef. I'm going to go ahead and get this in the pan. I'm not going to be using any oil in the second pan, guys, because as y'all can see, it's a non-stick pan and ground beef has its own juices. So I'm just going to go ahead and crush this up real quick. Alrighty, there we go. So my husband will probably be eating on this for the next 2 days for his dinner. So now I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of Morton's on his ground beef. Not that much, guys. I just do enough to just coat the top, because the taco seasoning has its own spices. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple kosher salt on there, because I do have high blood pressure, so I'm trying very hard to watch my intake. Trying to. I do take high blood pressure medicine, so that helps a big lot. I mean, excuse me, I said a big lot. That helps a lot to be able to. And you know what? I love this stuff, so I'm just going to sprinkle just a dab on there, just to give it the seasoning. So as that's getting ready, I'm going to go ahead and get my taco shells out. I got some old El Paso taco shells. There's 12 hard shells in here. Really good if you want to make taco salad instead of using Doritos. I crush these up into a bowl and put my meat and my lettuce and all that on top and put some salsa on top of it. Or, you know, really good for just having the regular standard tacos. I do prefer the hard taco shells over the soft. That's just my personal preference. But I will eat the soft tacos because I do really like burritos. So while this is doing what it do, I'm going to go ahead and get my utensils so I can get to stirring the meat. Alright guys, so I got me a little spatula, and then I got a spoon for this one, spatula for this one. But it is starting to simmer down now. It is starting, if y'all can hear that, it is simmering. The ground beef started first. Ground turkey, not so much. But that's okay. That's alright. So whenever you're doing your ground beef, what I do is I try to, like, when it starts to brown up, I get it as chopped up as I can, because I don't like big chunks in my tacos. And my chili, yes, for taco, no, I like the ground beef to be nice and fine, so I can get as much meat on my taco shell as possible. And it helps it to stay on the shell instead of falling out when it's, you know, a little bit smaller chunks. Alright, so I'm just going to put my 2 utensils right here. This is what it's looking like right now. As y'all can see, that's the ground beef right now. And this is the ground turkey. And it's about to be so good. I can't wait to eat this, guys. I love tacos, seafood tacos, and pasta. Those are the 3 favorite dishes that I really love. Let me get out that lighting, because I know the lighting in my kitchen is a little bright. But yes, guys, I definitely love tacos. I try to do Taco Tuesday, and what's today? Tuesday. So it's Taco Tuesday, guys. Taco Tuesday. And we're going to try some different tacos. So what I want to try to do, oh, excuse me. Forgive me for putting my finger on the screen. I'll probably edit that out. But what I want to try to do is on Tuesdays, I want to come to you guys with different forms of tacos, whether it be seafood tacos, whether it be ground beef, fish, you know, just try different ways of doing my tacos. I already did a previous video trying different toppings on my taco, and now I think what I'm gonna do is a little series on different types of tacos and do different forms of meat you can put in tacos, whether it be different types of fishes, seafood, whatever. So definitely stay tuned for them videos. As I go shopping, I'll start buying stuff to make different tacos for Taco Tuesday, and I'll be posting that on my channel. I do post every week on the weekend. On Saturday, I post a video. If you guys would like to see more content, let your girl know, because I will be so happy to place more videos up here. I have a bunch of them just sitting in my library. If you guys would like to see more content, hit your girl up down in the comment section, and I'll start posting videos more often. But right now, while my following's still a little bit small, I don't want to overdo it and start posting a bunch of videos that while I'm still building up my community and my followership. So yeah, that's why I only post once a week. But again, I will post more often if you guys would like to. All right, guys. So this meat is grounding up pretty good right now. Since this is 1 pound of meat, it's not making a lot of grease. And it is lean. I mean, it's not 100% lean or anything, but I normally buy the mixture of 80-20 when it comes to the ground beef. You know, 80% lean, 20% fat. And then I drain the rest of the grease off of my meat always. Whenever I'm doing ground beef, I drain the grease off once I'm done cooking it. Alright, so the ground beef is looking good. The ground turkey is just now getting started, guys. And it's looking pretty good too. The whole process, you know, takes about 30 minutes, I'm going to say, to cook. 30 minutes to cook the tacos. From prep time to actually getting it on the table to your family. This is a really quick, easy meal idea for the week. I am real keen on, you know, putting recipes up here, guys, and doing cooking tutorials on really quick meals, because I am a mother of 3, and at the time when I was raising my children, they're all grown now, 19, 23, and 24, but I used to always get meals that wasn't hard to, you know, create for dinner, because I was a working mom and I was in school when I was younger. So, you know, you always want to try to get something that's healthy but also fulfilling to your family. And if at all possible, I like to try to have leftovers, at least for the next day, at least. But as you can see, the ground turkey does not yield a lot of grease at all. You can hardly see any grease in this whatsoever. And this is what I really love about the ground turkey. And there's ground chicken. I'm going to try that probably next week, is to do ground chicken tacos. But as you can see, this here, you see a lot of grease in there. But that's okay, because that's going to get drained off. But yeah. I'm trying to be my own camera person as well as cook the food, so bear with me if the camera's a little bit shaky. I'll try to do my best to edit a lot of that out. But I wanted y'all to see everything as I'm cooking it. I'm about to preheat the stove to 350, so that way it'll be getting heated up as the taco shell, you know, as the tacos are get ready to be done, because they are almost done. The ground beef is. So I'm going to go ahead and get the stove heated up so I can go ahead and get the shells in the oven. So, excuse me, so once they get done, you know, be time to eat. It smells so good, guys. We should have smell-o-vision on YouTube so y'all can kind of smell some of these meals we be cooking. It smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. My stomach's in here growling just like smelling this food. I haven't eaten since this morning. And not on purpose. I had a little snack midday around lunchtime, but that was pretty much it. Yeah, this ground turkey is just about done. And you know it's done when you don't see no more pink. Always, you know, press on your meat and make sure that all the pink is gone, because you don't want to get sick. Alright guys, so what I normally do when I'm halfway done cooking and all my meat is pretty much looking, you know, brown, I get new utensils. Since I did start off chopping these with the raw meat, I would like to get new utensils as well, you know, while this is simmering, killing some more germs and bacteria in my food. I like to get new utensils. So like I said, I did work with raw meat in the beginning with these, and I like to finish off with fresh, clean ones while my meat is completely done. And I let it simmer a little bit more just to kind of help, you know. Ain't trying to cross-contaminate myself or my husband. Okay, got my new utensils out. That way everything's nice and sanitary, nice and clean. No bacteria whatsoever cross-contaminating into my food. Alright, so this is just about done. I'm about to drain the grease off of it. That way y'all can see the turkey, it doesn't have any grease on it. So I'm going to just go ahead and get that seasoning placed on it and add that water and let that slow simmer. Now, I'm going to show y'all. Y'all see that? No grease. No grease. If you're looking for a healthy alternative, or for those who do not eat beef or red meat, ground turkey is definitely the way to go. And then with this ground beef, as you can see, there is grease, but not that much. As you can see in the pan, just a little coating that I'm about to drain off into a glass so I can go ahead and get this seasoning. But that's about it, guys. Nice and simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this grease off this ground beef, and then I'm gonna get into the next step. I just gotta get a lid to drain it off with. Okay. Alright, so I just take this off. I put the pan on it just like so, on the edge, and just drain that grease right on out of there. I'll show y'all the way that goes. There we go, you see? I just put the lid on like that. It makes it really easy to get that fat off of there and that grease. And I just let it stay tilted sideways until it doesn't drip any out anymore. Alright. So there you have it. The ground beef with all the grease drained off of it and the fat. Again, as y'all can see, there's not that much fat on there. Again, I was getting 80% lean, 20% fat, and this is how much grease that it yielded, or fat if you want to call it. Because once this gets cold, it dries up and it's like a big, thick, white looking stuff. So, again, there you go. Alright, so let me turn you guys back around. And that way y'all can see what's going down. Turn this down some, and I'm going to turn this down some because right now it's supposed to simmer. I'm just sprinkling some of this on here. Seasoning. I'm not trying to put too much, but just enough. And now I'm going to get a measuring cup and pour a cup of water apiece. Almost a cup of water a piece. But this is just how much water you need. You don't need a lot of water to go into your ground beef because it's going to simmer. Just like you do sandwich. It simmers up. It makes a nice thick sauce for you. Yeah, you let that simmer. And again, if it's not seasoned enough, once you taste it, you can always add more. I like to start off slow and then add more later because you don't want to over season your meat. Because once it's over seasoned, there's no taking that back. If it's under seasoned, you can always add to it. Yeah, I'm going to let this go ahead and simmer down. That's ground beef. Alright, and then now the ground turkey. I'll let that simmer in here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer down. This is simmering on 2. Let me taste it. I'm going to put a little more in there in my ground turkey. Just like I said before, you don't want to over season. You want to under season it, so that way you can add spices or seasonings to your stuff, you know, after you're almost done with your product. I taste test everything, guys, so I like to definitely taste my food as I go to make sure it turns out good and make sure that my family and loved ones is going to enjoy what I'm cooking. But right now, this is what everything is looking like for that ground turkey. It's not simmering yet, but that sauce will thicken up in a little bit. And this is how the ground beef is looking. And as you can see, that's already starting to boil there on the side there. So with this process here, this step right here, you just want to let that simmer for about, I always do about 3 to 4 minutes. I let it get a little thick and I stir it as it goes, because if it gets thicker faster, then I go ahead and cut my flame off and remove it from the ash so it won't continue to burn, because I do have an electric stove. But again, 5 minutes should be sufficient to let that thing simmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the tacos dropped in the oven, or the taco shells. Or yeah, my husband's on his way home, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the taco shells in the oven, so that way when my husband walks to the door, excuse me, he'll have a hot meal. Because I do like to serve him a hot meal. I don't like him to eat his food heated up the first time I cook it. Like the second time, he can heat it up all he wants. But the first time I cook the meal, I do like to try to get it to him hot off the stove, you know. Hot off the press. After that, it's heat up in the microwave time. Yeah, this smells good. I got work in the morning, so your girl really need to be going to bed. And I just want to also take the time out to thank everybody who has been subscribing and supporting your girl, subscribing to my channel, and definitely leaving comments and engaging on the post. I really appreciate that. I'm almost up to 200 subs now. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everybody who's been here tuning in and supporting my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. It really does mean a lot, because YouTubing is not easy by no means. A lot of people think like, oh, you're just going to put a video up, and once you put that video up, it's going to go viral, or you're going to get a bunch of likes. But no, it does not work like that. You have to master thumbnails. You have to have really good content, something that's going to engage your subscribers, something that's going to keep their eye. There's a whole bunch that goes into YouTube. So anybody who wants to know more about YouTube, definitely leave it down in the comments, and I'll do a whole separate video on how to start your YouTube and what you need to do to grow your channel, because it does come with a lot. But yes, definitely I will leave it. I will make a video on it if you guys would like to see it. I've been doing YouTube since July of 2019, and yes, it's definitely been an enjoyable one, because I definitely enjoy what I do. But you know, you gotta definitely be consistent. You have to have that mindset that, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna quit, you're not gonna get discouraged, and you're gonna win no matter what. And that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I love what I do. I love sharing. So I'm just gonna keep creating and creating until, you know, that time comes where my community is so big that, you know, it's at that place of where I can just share my content with the world. So that's my goal. But I'll be right back. I gotta go ahead and put these taco shells on. All right, guys, right back. All right, guys, so here you have it. This is the turkey ground turkey, and this is the beef ground beef, and this is ground turkey, and this is what it's looking like. Now I'm going to go ahead and start getting the taco shells together once they come out the oven, and that'll be, I'll show you guys the final result. But here you have it. Nice, quick, and easy meal. Something that you can do if you are having time constraints and you just need something quick for the family. It's going to take about 45 minutes completely for the prep. From the prep to the cooking to it's in your belly. About 45 minutes total. But I'll be back with the finished product, guys, to show y'all my tacos.